right, we're going. We're good. Um, Welcome to the stream, I guess. And my bad if you hear things move about occasionally. It's because I'm still adjusting setups again, and it does not seem to like me today. But this is not going to work. Nope, got it. All right, so we are going to lead off with the Utica College Pioneers. Now, they play their game today versus University of New England. That game kicks off at 2. It's almost a fully packed house. Most of the tickets have been sold. I've heard figures of 20 were left a couple days ago. I've heard 100. So it's about that range probably. But I'm not sure with the debacle of the 101 through 103 sections with what happened. How many seats are really left? That leaves kind of a question mark there in those 3 sections. But right now, with how I'm looking at it, it's going to be interesting. I found out a couple days ago their coach is bald. There's going to be a lot of yelling bald alongside the "you suck" and "shut up, coach, shut up." That'll be fun. I have learned that some of the herd's probably going to be on spring break, so you're not going to see as much of the herd at the final game at the Odd, which is going to be weird because I've gotten so used to the herd being there. So I guess I'll pick up some slack, but you'll definitely hear me. Still in the area of 103. I'm actually up 1 in 203, row A, so that'll be nice. I'm surprised I didn't get moved more, but we got lucky with the tickets we got. So it's going to be nice. I'll have a railing, and I won't. If you've seen the hype video, one of the guys I was sitting next to, somebody I know, was getting the shot a little bit. I won't have a shot like that, and I won't have too many people in my way, which would be nice. And I won't catch as much of the glass in it, which I really don't care about. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people, whatever. But, man, it feels so good to be playing that team. And before every game, I always look over the size of the team and everything to kind of see, is it a bigger roster? Do they use the size, et cetera, et cetera? Now, if I'm not mistaken, last time I looked, they weren't a huge roster. They were mostly like average, like we played already. Nobody that like stuck out. Because in the last UC game, when they had multiple guys get dumped from the game, ejected, who was it? It was like their biggest guy on the team was a winger, and he got ejected in a fight or off a fight, and it ended up just being like, that was your biggest player, and he got thrown out. So I want to look at UNE's roster again, but I know I didn't. Nobody jumped out of the page to me necessarily in terms of size, but I'm just gonna look again and make sure. I haven't looked to see. I also haven't looked to see like who's playing where, and that'll be interesting because I still gotta investigate into that. Yeah, the shortest guy's 5'8". Yeah, I hit weight instead of height. Shortest guy's 5'8". They got a couple guys under 5'10". They've got 2 defensemen under 5'8". That'll be interesting, but they're both freshmen. Oh no, 5th years, not freshmen. I see FY, and I always want to say freshmen. They're 5th years. All the 5'8" guys are 5th years. 5th years freshmen. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's 5th year. It confuses me, but you've got a couple guys in here that are 5'8", some 5'9", 5'10s. A lot of them are forwards. There's some defensemen. They've got a goalie 5'10". Yeah, it seems like a smaller lineup now looking at it. Their tallest guy is 6'5", and their 2 tallest, 6'5" and 6'4", are both goalies. So one of their shortest guys is a goalie, or one of their shorter guys is a goalie, and 2 of their tallest guys are goalies. If I had to take a gamble on who's playing, I don't know. I need to check a box score from one of the recent games to see who's playing, which I'll pull up now. I'm always unprepared, but I'm more prepared for this. Okay, I am more prepared. for this this stream because I kind of know where I want to go with things. That's a first. I'm not used to doing that. Let me also note they are 22-3-1 overall. UNE is 13-2 at home, 9-1-1 away. They have a .865 win percentage and a .833 in their conference, 17-3-1, and they're on a 12-game win streak. Their big games, they tied and lost to, I know I probably said that wrong, number 12 in the country. I don't know if that was at the time or now. Probably now in the rankings. So that's the only ranked team they really played. They played them again and won 5-4. That was it was a rescheduled game. That was an away game. But their tie and loss their loss came at home and their tie came on the road. One of their losses did come to Curry. And they beat Endicott in the finals of their conference 3-2 in overtime. So this isn't a team to underestimate. I know Utica's going to look at the Geneseo or the Adrian, especially Geneseo, and go, I want to beat you, but you can't overlook the guy you've got first. And UNE, you can't slouch on. I get it. They're a smaller roster. You're going to probably want to go a little faster against them. So you may not see the most of guys like Jackson as much as I want to see him on the ice. But you never know with these games. From what I've heard, Gary's been scheming since they won the finals game of their conference, so that's good. That sounds like Gary. And he actually had I was there for a reason. I wanted a box score. But quickly, I'm going to bring up what Gary had to say earlier today about this game. And if I can turn it up. Here's what he said. That's not playing. Come on.
No,
there we go.
Let's just win, baby.
That was what he said. That is from him himself. I don't blame him. I think that's a good mentality to have. I want to go out there and just win. Let's go. The game against the Pioneers is 2 hours, 51 minutes, and 43 seconds at this time away. It is at 2 o'clock. I'm actually departing at like 12. Because if you're someone who's going to the odd, get there really early because everybody's going to show up in masses early, especially since it's so nice. I don't even know if showing up or leaving at 12 is going to make it. It's probably still going to be difficult to get parking. That's the sad thing. But I don't think they played Plymouth State. What? Oh, yeah, they beat Plymouth State, number 15, in double overtime, too. So there's someone good. They haven't played that many ranked opponents. They haven't played that many guys that are up there either. They've played nobody above 10. So we'll see what happens. But it looks like... come on, show me the actual box score. I want to see... Really? It's not giving me what I want. I want to see everybody who played. This disappoints me. Okay. Nope. Still not what I wanted. Actually, that might be better for me to look at, but... Okay, there we go. There we go. So, Plymouth State had Anderson in goal. Now, let me check which one. I think that was one of their bigger goalies. I'm not sure. If I remember correctly, let me check. Yep, it is. It is. No, he's not listed. He's not listed. What? Am I just not seeing his name? There's no way they're carrying that many goalies. I'm confused. Am I being lied to by the? I am being lied to by the thing. They're actually carrying 4 goalies, and none of them are the one that played. None of them are the one that played. Okay. Nope, I was looking at Plymouth State. That's why. See, I said Plymouth State too. Ugh. See, I'm not off day. When I'm not prepared, I don't know where to look. It was all right. That is their 6-1 goalie, Billy Gerard, sophomore actually. So if they're putting the sophomore in, that'll be. I don't know. I'd worry a bit if I were them, but I don't know. I'm not the coach, but it'll definitely be interesting. I'm excited because anytime I'm at a UC game, I'm loud and I'm just excited all around. I'm getting spammed with notifications because Fletch is back in Philly. But I want to quickly pan over to Utica and how well they've been doing this year. Now, I'm getting all these stats from the Marty's Legal Stick website from Scott. He did a great article on this, so go check that out. But so the record is 25-2-1, 17-0-1 in the UCHC for the Pioneers. They're 17-2 at home, 8-0-1 away, and this is the school record for regular season wins, hitting 25. Now, they've played 7 nationally ranked teams and played 2 against Adrian and 1 against Geneseo. And Geneseo was number 1 at one point when they met. And Utica's only 2 losses. 1 was against Adrian and 1 was the solo meeting versus Geneseo. Now, they're going to want to go back and beat Geneseo. We know this. We know that they're going to want to go in and destroy him if they can make it through. But Adrian also could be a big target for them. And could make it through. But my thing is I think the drive is really to go and beat Geneseo. But you got to get through UNE first. And that's where I worry a little. Also of note, Heenan did get Coach of the Year, just noting. Team in terms of general offense had 164 goals in 28 games, and that's an average of 5.86 per game from the boys. And they are number 2 in Division III in goals scored and average goals. They only trail Adrian in total team offense. Then in goals allowed, they've allowed 38 in 28 games, and that is 1.36 per game. They are number 1 in D3 in total team defense. And that's big. That's really big for this team. Then you've got the special teams. The power play has had 49 goals and 140 opportunities for a 35% success rate. And they have the most power play goals in Division III and the number 1 ranked power play in Division III. And we used to make jokes all the time that throughout the year, the UC's penalty kill wasn't the greatest. And that the Comets, they should try to be the Comets. Now it's flipped. And now we joke that the Comets should be more like Utica College. No idea how that's possible, but and penalty kill. They've allowed 2 shorthanded goals in 86 attempts and have a success rate for 97.67%, and they're the 10th best in Division III. There has been shorthanded goals from each of Mick Curran, Regan Kavanaugh, Brett Everson, and Brian Scoville. Then individually, you've got multiple Pioneers that are high up. In points, Regan is up there with 46, tied for second, along with Buster Larson. Dante is up there with 43, tied for 6th, Dante Spada. Justin Allen's at 40, tied for 11th. And Oz, or Osmundson, is up there with 37, tied for 17th. So, got a couple guys up there. In terms of goals, Regan's up there, 20, tied for 5th. John Monkovich, 9, up there with 8. They're 19, up there at 8th. Buster Larson and Dante Zapata both have 16 and are tied for 20th. And Eric Holland has 13. In terms of assists, Justin Allen has 32, tied for 1st. Buster Larson has 30 at 3rd. Bay has 28 at 6th. Dante has 27, tied for 7th. Regan has 26, tied for 9th. And Oz has 26, tied for 9th. In terms of power play goals, 8 to Dante, tied for 8th. 7 to Larson, tied for 12th. Kavanaugh, 6, tied for 19th. And tied at 29th with 5 each, it's Patterson and Dobey. Jalen Patterson. But most shots on the team. Buster Larson has 103. Monk has 98. Kavanaugh is on 90. Dante has 83. Oz has 82. Now, in terms of goaltending, Dixon has 16. Lands has 5. St. Jean has 4. Shutouts. Dixon has 5. He's tied for second. Lands has 2. And Luis has none. Luis Felix St. Jean. GAA, Lance has 0.67. Dickinson has a 1.35 in his first. And Luis has a 1.39. In terms of saves, Dixon has 272. Lance has 136. And Luis has 88. Save percentage. 0.965 goes to Lance. 0.928 goes to Dixon. And a 0.898 goes to Luis. Now, you're going to see Dixon tonight. Dixie's been lights out at times in the UCHC. And he's going to look to hopefully step up tonight because that'll be interesting. I want to see it tonight. I know he can shut guys out. He's good. I want to see if he can do it tonight. I really do. And there's a reason that I carry a lot of confidence with this team, even though I'm super worried right now. Because it's good. This team's good. But I have the utmost confidence with these guys, too. I'm excited for it. And if you hear anybody yelling from the 203 section low, if you're at the game and you hear anything like someone yelling, "Bald, you suck," or "Shut up, coach, shut up," or something like that, it's probably me. If you hear "We got stripes," probably me. Because the person I do it with ain't going to be there tonight, so you're not going to hear him do "We got stripes," but you'll definitely hear me do it. Because I'm loud when I do it, and I try to be as loud as possible. The first period is probably when I'm going to be the loudest because I'm going to lose my voice. There's a reason I do this before the game, because if I do it after, I'm going to talk like I have the top half of my voice shaved off. And I'm not going to want to talk. So it's hard to hold a conversation when every 5 minutes I notice my voice and go, my voice still sounds weird. But I just have those moments. And I know I'd have one on stream. I really don't want to. Because if I have a moment where I space out because I'm like, man, my voice really sounds weird, I mean, I'm on stream. So, anyways, let's cut over to some Rangers talk, shall we? Now, looking at the Rangers, they just brought in a new addition. Now, there is a lot more rumors, especially since the trade deadline is coming up really soon, like really, really soon. There is so many rumors. It's not even funny. Like, it is crazy. But we brought in Frank Vatrano for a 2022 fourth rounder, and we sent that to Florida. Now, Vatrano is going to be a UFA this summer. He has 10 goals, 19 points in 49 games. He is a left winger who has played for the last 4 full seasons in Florida after moving from the Bruins. His peak is 24 goals in 2018-19, following that with seasons of 16 and 18. Carries the cap hit of $2.53 million, and it's not much of a blow to the Rangers since they carry a lot of cap room. He's 5'11", 197, but he can deliver a little bit. He also is 28 as of a little while ago, a few days ago. And so, let me also note, I've heard a lot of rumors that the Rangers are not done. Now, if that's true or not, we'll see. I don't know if we're going to be done. I kind of hope we are and we aren't. because there's certain deals I don't want to make, but certain deals I will. Yeah, I get it. Evander Kane's on the market. I still don't know how I feel about a deal like that. I'm still very iffy. Looks like Georgiev getting traded is probably off the table. Sucks. I know. If anybody who's watching knows my stance on Georgiev, you'd understand why I want him gone. But it's not looking like it's going to happen. We don't have the leverage to do it either. If we had a lot more leverage, I'd say, yeah, he still could go. But with no leverage and no deal done yet, I don't think he's going. And there's a lot of other names that have been thrown around. I mean, it's jumped so much. I mean, Chikrin was a big name for a while until he got hurt. There's what's his name, the winger on the Ducks. But, you know, with how it is right now, I think it's a good and a bad. There's good and bad to both. Even if you just or a good and bad in everything, even if you just roll with what you've got right now. I mean, we still don't know what's going on with Capo. For all we know, he could be out for the rest of the season, even though it's not confirmed. He's been week to week for a while now, and we've gotten absolutely no word on him. We still just know it's an upper body injury. Classic hockey. But I'm surprised we even got to know that it was week to week. Sammy's still injured for the season. That ain't going to change. It's very unlikely, I should say. With how many injuries I've seen in the NFL, they go, yeah, he's out for the season. And then he comes back like 4 weeks before or a while before expected. I know. But I don't think that's going to happen. There's still an injury here and there. Left wing. Getting another guy in there with Vetrano, that's nice. He's rolling with number 2s right now. If and when Capo comes back, he'll probably stay at 2 for at least a little bit while they let Capo get settled in. And then they might have a little bit of a battle. I don't know. Now, the thing is, I know some people really don't like Capo. I know one. I debate this all the time. But the stats show that Capo was the second most productive up front with the first 2 lines behind Lafreniere, who right now is getting played on the left side on line 1. And so with that, I think when you get Capo back, you start him out slow on line 3, and then you kind of shift him around to line between 2 and 3 a little bit. Not too much, but enough to where you're like getting a little bit of a battle. And you kind of just say, all right, here you go, fight for it. And whoever earns that spot. But I don't know. That'll be interesting. And it also depends on if we load up and grab another left winger. We probably won't, but anything's possible. Even a depth guy. There's also the possibility we go for a depth demon to shore up second or third line. Although you're probably not going to shift that second line with Trouba and Keandre. I mean, you're not going to want to move down Keandre. And I don't think you're going to want to move Trouba unless that stops working at time or more than it sometimes does, because that defense has its moments, good and bad. All the lines do. There was the one game a couple days, like within the week, that the team didn't show up, and then Georgiev had an off game, and Gallant basically came out and said, "Guys, he's been saving you guys all season, and then the one time he struggles, you can't pick up slack like he's been doing." So it's a whole thing, but they rebounded. They won their last game, and we'll see what they can do, because I'm excited, and I'm wondering where we go from here. Whether that's up, whether that's down, left or right, I don't know, but I'm excited. Now, I am going to jump out here. I could go on for longer, but I feel like if I talk about the Comets, I'll beat the dead horse of what I said last time of Zet still looks a little injured. The team has to start showing up. They haven't really played since last week. So, I mean, there's that, but I'll just need more time to really kind of look them over again and kind of see. They are on an away streak today and yesterday, I want to say it was, or today and tomorrow. And then they come back into town Monday, Wednesday, Friday before, again, having another week away from home, I think it is. So I'm excited for the last weekend of 3 games in the year for the Comets. And guess I'm signing out. Peace, guys.